The Grand Final, qualifier number 1, is slowly coming to an end, everybody. We got Inting for Ruby in the Flipping Mafia in the Grand Final, another best of 3 series. Now, again, Meta Madness as a tournament format aims to cause a little bit of hero diversity. And we have already seen Murky, we've seen Ragnaros, we've seen multiple Lunaras, we've seen Turanda. We've seen some awesome shit. And all of this happens, of course, because we got special rules for the tournament. So there's 2 rules in particular that are kind of important. We're ending in every single series with a certain amount of hero that is banned for the entire tournament. And in case of the qualifiers, that's 10. For the main event, we will have more heroes banned from the entire tournament, but for the qualifiers, you can look at it as Meta Madness Light, as a bit of a warm-up. We have 10 heroes that are not available to be picked at all. But probably the more important rule even is that if you head into game number 1, you play the first map and then you go into game number 2, every single hero that was played on the first map is not allowed to be picked again on map number 2. So that eliminates another 10 heroes for the second game, and so on and so forth. So things get crazy real quickly. Now the 10 heroes that are globally banned are Stukov, Valla, Medivh, Johanna is banned, Abathur is banned, BrightWing, Nazeebo is banned, Hanzo, Lucio and Junkrat. And again, that's only true for the qualifiers. We'll have more for the main event. But that already eliminates 3 very strong supports in the European meta. BrightWing, Lucio and Stukov are all out. So that already makes things kind of interesting. And as we're heading into this game, we'll see what the teams can do with all of that. Now, of course, there are 4 teams that are already qualified for the main event of Meta Madness, and those are Team the Hardos, Donuts, and Go Next, because they were the top 4 in the X-Cup Summer season. And as explained at the time, there's a co-op between the X-Cup Summer and Meta Madness, so these 4 teams don't have to play the qualifiers, they can just simply watch and enjoy the show here. But the 2 teams that we have right now in the Grand Final, they're of course aiming for those points that you can accumulate here and aim for a spot in Meta Madness. It's going to be awesome. Meta Madness, sponsored by Hightech, have been an amazing partner for a long time, and I'm going to add the link into the description of the video as well. If you watch this on YouTube in particular, first of all, hit that like button, but more importantly, click that link. They're tracking where people come from. If they see that people come from the Heroes of the Storm community, we're going to get maybe more supports for more Meta Madness in the future. They've been a partner of the stream for a long time. They have sponsored multiple Meta Madness now. One of the few companies, honestly, that still invests in heroes. And it's pretty tricky to get companies investing into a dead game these days. So if you want to help with that, check their shop out. You don't have to go on a buying spree or anything. If you're in the market for something, definitely have a closer look. But them just seeing that there's engagement from the community helps a lot. So I'm going to add the link in the description. And yeah, please just check that out. It's a 3-second click for you. And it really helps. Now in our first game, we got Greymane and we got Chen. So even without 2 crazy bans, we already have the Panda in play. We have Karazim for Farlander once more. And we get Dehaka this time. Now in the semi-final, they already play Karazim. And X-Ray gets his Mirrodin, so that's already pretty awesome because they like that aggressive drive into the opponent's team. But Dehaka adds another level to it, since we have him in a global position where he can now do a lot. Falsat is banned, so Dehaka is kind of the only global that you have in that situation. And he can help them to control the macro game on top of all of that too. Now Sylvana's ban, yeah, they watched the last game of course too, so they know what's going on here. And here's the Hogger ban. But Inting for Ruby, they had some spicy plays, and they were the team. Oh, Backdoor, baby! They go for the Backdoor strategy. Tyrael and Morales with the Greymane and Chen to create some space. The gist is up by now. The Mafia knows what's coming. I know what's coming. You know what's coming. The question is, can they execute it? And what is the Mafia now gonna pick to counteract that? The idea here is you get Morales, you get Medivh at level 10, you fly into the opponent's keep, use Sanctification on Tyrael, and Greymane shreds the keep apart. You repeat that a couple of times and then you go for the core. And they go for Zeratul, and I can guarantee you one thing. Zeratul is gonna go Void Prison. Because with that, you can safeguard that keep a little bit. And Cassia is there for the blind, so she can try and blind Greymane, so he can't do the damage. But yep, the gist is up already. They're gonna fly, they're going for the Backdoor strategy. I love it. Inting for Ruby, these guys don't give a fuck. They come in and they go ham. It's awesome. Good shit here. Game number 1 and we already have a highlight on our hands. Curse Solo, everybody. The first game in the Grand Final of Qualifier number 1 of Meta Madness. Let's jump straight in. Inting for Ruby plays against the Flipping Mafia. Alright, well, we are heading into the first game. I kind of blundered a little bit, I gotta admit. So this is obviously not Chili Mountain that's playing, and Flipping Mafia is not in the lead, so that overlay gets adjusted in just a moment. But since we are on Cursed Hollow, our first map, let's introduce our teams first. On the left side, we have Nox on Morales, Hat on Greymane, Mindtalk on Sonya, Baby Houdini on Chen, and as you can see, Fish is playing Tyrael. And we have to talk about this. Now, the Mafia is playing with NOP on Cassia. We have Farlander on Zeratul. Already adjustments with Greater Cleave in play here for him. X-Ray on Muradin, Bishops on Dehaka, and Shamzik on Karazim. Now, there's a couple of things that you really have to do when you're trying to go for this particular playstyle. And one of the things is you need to make sure, as the team that wants to backdoor and wants to use that Morales strategy, that in the early game you're not shitting the bed. So you have to play on eye level with your opponent. You want to take a fort down eventually, but you also don't want in too hard. If your opponent is establishing a really significant lead and experience over you, you're still going to be in trouble. And if they are able to snowball you, then obviously your days are numbered. So you need to play serious at the beginning. You want to do as much damage to structures as you can, but at the end of the day, you want to hit level 10 around the same time your opponent does, or even before them. So you can't just simply YOLO for structural damage and then expect that when you're level 10, you're winning the game. And if I'm not mistaken, Inting for Ruby played in the past, I think it was the Hardos and it was Sky Temple, where they played a match and they were in a fantastic position to execute it properly, and then they just made mistake after mistake with that combo and got absolutely blasted and lost a game that was a 100% victory for them. They just threw it. So they pretty much learned from that. Now, the Mafia has some tools that they can use against all of this, so keep that in mind. There's not a guaranteed victory here, but it will be interesting to see if the blue team can pull this off. Now, this strategy has been around for years and years and years and years. So once that Morales and Tyrael were taken, they knew exactly what's going on here. That, on the other hand, nice, double kill, oh yeah. Yeah, so this is a situation where the red team knows exactly what's coming. This isn't a surprise anymore. If you see something like this, unless you're an unexperienced team, you know what's happening. Now, you might be able to surprise a couple of Plastic League players in quick match, but outside of that, anybody with a bit of competitive experience or who regularly watches streams know what's going on here. That makes it predictable, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's easy to counter. So, time will tell who is having the upper hand. Because on the mechanical side and from an experience point of view, I would give the Mafia the lead here. But Inting for Ruby, they had a pretty cool story throughout the entire year and even more. They've been trying to push into these tournaments over and over again, and they are getting better. I mean, these guys are getting more and more in experience, and of course there's still the new kids on the block, but they still do fairly well and are improving, and you can tell. So now we have the Siege Giants taken. That was an important grab too. Nice dodge also from the Haka here, because that little interplay with Sonya wasn't really too easy. Baby Houdini rides in on his golden cock. And now it's the first tribute that is up for grabs. One kill for one. We're still on level 6, level 5. And here comes the attack on Morales. Oh, Mokus for Morales. But yeah, they couldn't Mokus here enough. So now they are the ones in trouble. Especially X-Ray. But he's able to jump out. The fight, on the other hand, not over yet. They get pushed back. Bot lane, 1v1. I don't think that anybody is going to be able to take the tribute anytime soon here, unless they get some assistance. So, yeah, topside pressure is still there. And Greymane, whenever he gets into the position on one of those towers, is, of course, just fantastic to take structures down. He's chunking in walk and form. That bad boy does so much damage, it is murderous. The Fish dodging the Stormbolt once again. There's a level 7 talents. The Swift Retribution. And also, here goes the Wizened Duelist for our boy Greymane for all the damage. Tyrael is obviously absolute key when we're talking about the strategy. His Sanctification needs to be on point. And it's important to note, the Sanctification needs to be popped when your opponent is trying to defend. And when more heroes of your opponent... Oh my god, 20 hit points, are you serious? What some of the newer teams that try to execute that strategy do wrong, for example, is they fly on the keep, and then once they see a hero, they pop Sanctification immediately, and it doesn't do anything for them. So you want to use Sanctification once of your opponent is making a serious commitment to go for it with all of them. And there's a couple of interplays, a couple of variations that you can go for. Gul'dan has been used with this in the past, with Reign of RNG. You can go for Falstad even in an addition, because he can gust the opponent away, create you a little bit more space. Jimmy with Hyperion is another tool that you could use. There's a lot of variation with it. Mainly what's important is that you have Morales and that you have Tyrael. And in addition to that, Sustain. I don't know what Sustain. Is he gonna go down? No. So he survives. But at the top, they go for Morales, and Morales is down. Yeah, it's important that you have some good damage against structures. And Morales and Tyrael are obviously key. But we're already on level 9. Teams are about to hit it. So slowly but steadily, we're going to get there. And then it's time for the backdoor. And again, I promise you we're going to see Void Prison. I would be shocked to see Might of the Nazeebo. And if you watch my streams regularly in any way, you know my opinion. I love Might of the Nazeebo. I love that this is the style that gets played with Zeratul in the European side. And pretty much every other region has adapted to it too. Every now and then a VP can be nice, but generally speaking, it's all about these void plays. And we've seen that already on the last map. But right now, chances that we're going to get Might of the Nazeebo are pretty slim, because VP is giving you a lot of defensive capabilities when your opponent is making that play. Maybe he's waiting to see that Morales locks in her level 10 first. That might make sense. Yeah, and there's the Medivh. There's the Medivh, and Haymaker even used. They make the engage at the top. They're fully committed. They need to take a fort down first, because if that fort isn't gone, you can't go for core either. And there it is. There's the VP. So the fort is down, but they're paying the price for it, aren't they? Morales is dead. Here comes the jump. Down goes Greymane, and now they make the play for Mindtalk, and he is dead as well. So 3 heroes are down. But the fort has been destroyed regardless. And Chen losing the 1v1. Now that can't happen. That can't happen. Losing a team fight, sacrificing a couple of heroes for it, that's all good. That's not really a problem. In this case, I don't really think that you have to in for the fort here. I would have much more liked if they would have gone for keep instead. But either way, it is, of course, a boss now. And the Mafia does what they have to do. They need to take these fights, they need to get kills, and then they need to get some momentum with them. And that's what they're attempting. But here's already the Medivh. They're gonna make... or not. So much for that. Nobody wanted a Medivh. So they kind of fake it on a little bit. But here comes the VP play. That's a Void Prison. Or not. Yeah, there they move in. And the VP on point, giving the rest of the team an opportunity to come in and help out. And this fight needs to be a victory for the blue team, or they are in trouble. They get the boss, at least that, and the boss is helping. The boss is helping. Zeratul and the Haka are both down, and it looks like Cassia is gonna fall too. No, it's Greymane instead. Everybody dead and dying, and the explosion with the value. They go for the Panda. He's in trouble too. Shamsik is waiting it out. He wants to dash in, but they need to be careful so that Chen can't drop them. Full 5-man wipe, but the boss at least taken by the blue team. Big fight here, as you can see. I mean, boy, that escalated quickly. Now, if the Mafia takes that boss, it's nearly lights out. But since the boss at least was taken by the blue team, there's still a bit of hope for them. Top lane Ford has of course been eliminated by this one already. Down at the bottom of the map, the defense is still on. We got 11 kills to 4 now at this point. But the threat level is still there. It's still a big threat. Still a big problem, because again, that Medivh can come out of nowhere. And now Zeratul doesn't have the VP, so X-Ray is already moving back. Up at the top, Nox, he has everything ready. Greymane doesn't have go for the throat. They got vision. They got vision, and Shamsik needs to be careful here. As long as they have vision, they're Gucci. And he sees it, he knows about it, they know what's coming. Alright, here's the engage. They're coming in, and there's the play. They are trying to go for the keep. Any minute now, Sanctification. No Void Prison is available. 5 seconds for VP. If the keep is down by then, can he get the keep? Is the VP there? Yes, the VP is there. He gets it in time. That buys them enough to take Greymane down. And that is a full-on wipe. But the keep has died regardless. So the keep is down, and that's what they needed to do. Keep is eliminated, and that was the important part. It's more or less a given that you die. But the VP was not available in time, as you can see here. So now they took the keep down, and the next station is going to be the core. Next move is core. And then, yes, that is really the moment. Zeratul won't be able to use his VP any longer unless it's for the defense. And he knows it too. Zeratul just can't do it anymore. But obviously, it's a big lead now. I mean, you're looking at a 3-level advantage at this point. So the level gap is insane. And with that level gap comes a stats advantage. Now, the top fort has been destroyed. The fort at the bottom of the map has been destroyed too. And Zeratul is now working on the one in the middle. So with that big of a difference in experience, the stats advantage is huge. You have an additional talent that gives us also the Void Slash. And this is nothing to frown upon. But all that Inting for Ruby needs is one good move, but they need the Sanctification. It's on 30 seconds right now. So the fort in the middle gets destroyed as well. They take the camp here, and this is a curse. So now the blue team is cursed. But even just backdooring, there they go again. 17 seconds. 17 seconds, everybody, on the Sanctification. And that's the problem. Zeratul is here. 20 seconds. They're going for the full-on YOLO. They're going for the full-on YOLO. Morales is dead, but nobody gives a fuck about her. They need to go for Greyman, and he's dead. 70% on the core. They're getting all wiped again. 69%. And there's the 60. They didn't wait for the Sanctification, and now they get punished. And the keeps are getting attacked. The curse is in. They got a little bit baited there, and now the opportunity to maybe end through the bottom of the map. There's the YOLO move. They tried to go for it, and it failed. But if they pull it off again, the core is gone. This might be the last moment, the last chance for the Mafia to turn it around. Keep in mind, this isn't over yet. They need to go for Morales. They can't allow the Medivh to go to the other side of the map again. They need to shut it down. There's the VP. They need to kill him. They need to kill him. They need to kill him right now. Right here. Right now. A Sanctification has been used. Paladin gets attacked. They can't die. 17 to 14. And still the attack in the middle. One keep is down, but their core is at 57%. Yes, there's the Haymaker, the Isolation. They go for Morales. And can they kill Nox? Yes! But Zeratul is dead too. Zeratul is dead. And there's the kill against Tyrael. Tyrael is eliminated. 23 to 5. Greyman is dead as well. And they get her. Sonya is dead. That should be game. Nice attempt by Inting for Ruby. Very good control from the Mafia. Believe me, guys, this looks easier to defend than it is. This is really difficult to play against. Might look a bit easy, but the Flipping Mafia had some great coordination, and this got close. So there's the lead for the red team. Or likely. Can they really end? The defense is there. We're only 12 minutes into the game, but they should be able to pull this one off, and there we got it. The W for the Mafia in game number 1 of the Grand Final. Let's head straight into the second game. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Game number 2! Inting for Ruby. Again, great play by them. They tried. They could have done it a little bit better. You always can. There was definitely a shot for them to win this, but still gotta appreciate it. They had the balls to try that in the first place. The Mafia with a very solid defense, and they ban Murky. It's Garden of Terror. Murky can really piss you off here, and we've seen Inting for Ruby play Murky already in a previous series, so they know that they like to play that. And it is map choice for Inting for Ruby. Losing game number 1 resulted in them having the choice of whether they want to go for first pick, first ban, or if they want to go for map choice, and they chose Garden of Terror. And who in their right mind chooses Garden of Terror? And the answer is nobody. So immediately the Mafia knows something's fishy, and they ban Murky, and they ban the Vikings. They're like, okay, what are the heroes that could cause a problem here? Now again, to reiterate real quickly, the rules: the 10 heroes that were played in the first game are not allowed to be picked again. And on top of that, of course, the 10 heroes, they're banned for the entire tournament. So 20 heroes are not available for the second map. And yeah, that will make things a little bit interesting. It's definitely going to limit the global options. The Haka, for example, cannot be played anymore. Wait, am I on the wrong series right now? No. Falstad has been banned last game. Okay, so there's the Nubarak. Mirrodin is not available anymore since he has been played on the last map. So with that, they're going into some aggressive Nubarak engage that they're currently executing here. And what does Inting for Ruby do? I'm, by the way, 100% certain they at least wanted to play one of the heroes that just got banned. One of the two. 100%. Like, with the style that they've been using the entire time, there is no doubt in my mind that that was what they had, what they were trying to do here. But they might have more up their sleeves. Now, Garrosh and Falstad get picked in the first rotation. Now, with the Nubarak, Malfurion hasn't been played, so you could technically go for a Malfurion follow-up on a Nubarak's dive engage. Yep, and there it is. And we get Sylvanas. Ah, and Sylvanas in the hands of Bishops is always a lot of fun. So, yeah. And what else do we get? What is happening now for the last two bans? What do you try to get rid of? Side laners. Let me think about this real quickly. What about Blaze? We didn't have a Blaze in the last game. So Blaze with the Nubarak is always neat. Urel is available. Has not been picked yet either. I'm pretty... Yep. Urel is up. Ah, but Hoga is also still available. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. I'm still waiting for that X Factor pick for Inting for Ruby. They are going to be real happy with the fact that they made it into the Grand Final to begin with. That's a huge step, actually. That's a really huge step for them. Because they are getting extremely close with the 7 points that they're going to log in today. Even if they lose here. 10 if they win. To qualify for Meta Madness. So that's big. Okay, Tychus gets banned. And that leaves us with a double pick, and that might already give us a bit of an idea of what exactly Inting for Ruby is going to try and do here. But this is a map where you have a lot of mercenary camps, so you normally also want to get some heroes that are really good at that. Li Ming and Degard Kane. This is a normal team. I'm missing that X Factor. Maybe shutting down Murky and the Vikings was already enough. And there's Samuro by Farlander. Okay. We got the Monkey King in the house, everybody. And what are we getting from Nenopi now? But that's already spicy. Yeah, Samuro and Garden of Terror. We've seen him multiple times. But that adds some flavor that I expected most of him in for Ruby. They go for Nova! Are you shitting me? They go for player killer number 1? Okay, the meme dream is there. That is a precision strike. That has to be a precision strike. A Nubarak engage, Malfurion, Root, Nova precision strike. Has to be. Just simply has to be. Nova in the house. Blondie is in the game, everybody. Oh my god. That's already awesome. And there's our Blaze pick. Yeah, you can evade a lot with that. Game on, everybody. Nova is in. Inting for Ruby against the Flipping Mafia. Game number 2 of the best of 3. Let's go. Game number 2, Inting for Ruby on Garden of Terror. Nox on Degard Kane, Baby Houdini on Blaze. Garrosh is played by Fish. We got Mindtalk on Li Ming and Hat on Falstad. On the right side of the map, Nubarak, played by X-Ray. We got for Flipping Mafia, Nenopi on Nova with level 1 covert ops. Same time that Farlander is logging in Samuro. We got Shamsik on Malfurion with the Dream. And Bishops on Sylvanas. Yeah, Bishops as usual, terrifying here. But let's go at it. Seriously, I look at Nova and I'm like, oh my god. So there's a little bit of memeing in here maybe as well. But I want to see if they can get some good snipes with her. So there's already a stun, there's a couple of nice hits, and Mindtalk is saying, alright, I'm out of here. If Mindtalk goes for this shit that he every now and then pulls and heads into thingy, what's it called? Glass Cannon. Glass Cannon on level 13, then he is going to get wrecked, most likely. It's pretty much just Nenopi telling him, dude, I dare you. I know what you like to pick on the hero, I dare you. Please do it. I am going to wipe you off the map within seconds. So, in the middle, there's already our Sylvanas set up now at hand. Obviously, once the 1 minute mark is kicking in, we're going to see the teams focus on those camps a bit. There's a lot. I mean, again, you're talking about 4 Siege Giant camps and 2 Bruiser camps. There's a shit ton to be had. Whenever you take map control here and you can just completely paint the map blue or red, you will gain so much momentum. And there's a couple of really good heroes on the side of the Mafia to make that happen. You got Samuro, you got Sylvanas. Nova doesn't really help you with that, but Nova is in a really good spot where she can just continue to piss them off a little bit as they're trying to do these things. So that's one of the reasons why Garrosh is currently sitting at the side and just attempting to zone them out, to also ensure that she's not trying to set something up then for the rest of the team to move in and get the kills. Now, Siege Giant's already taken. X-Ray at the bottom of the map with a love bug is doing his thing. Beetling it up over here. And Falstad, he's not really stacking on the Gathering Storm or anything. He instead goes for the freaking Flyer here. It's a different setup for him. And more of the basic attack damage. Bed of Barbs, alright. A bit more control during these fights too. And for Nova, we got the Rapid Projection. Whereas our boy is going with the Way of the Wind and the Wand with the Wind. Okay. There's a lot of wind surrounding Farlander. And Samuro in particular. Apparently had chili for breakfast or something. I don't know how else to interpret that. Oh, down here we got already the flip. Exo should be fine. He can always just jump out. He definitely did not use his borrow charge yet. Up at the top. Okay, for just a second I really thought that they could maybe go and body block him a bit more and get some damage connected, but nope, not quite. It's a big map and it's still the early game. You normally see those fights happening a bit later. So, yeah. Tomb of the Spider Curse. It's not a map that you see a lot. I mean, totally new mechanics have been introduced by Blizzard to make the map a little more balanced. Now you're gathering tribute. Seeds. My bad. It's called seeds here. To summon no. You spawn garden terrors. As Fossa gets his ass moon fired. Totally new mechanics. Unseen on any other map. Completely new. You get 3 of them. So yeah, so now that we're here, we have the first kill, and now that Blaze has to leave the top lane, they're gonna lose the first fort, aren't they? Yeah, they are. First fort topside is down. Damn, that's a lot of momentum for the Mafia. Holy shit. Guys, for 3 minutes 30 into the game, Samuro takes this one down. That was a great move with Sylvanas on the lane. So yeah. Obviously, by now, we are going into the next seed, or the first one. Li Ming is there too. They're kind of crushing this, and this is getting a little bit dangerous. This is getting actually really dangerous. Li Ming is already dead, and Maidog hasn't even taken Glass Cannon yet. So that gives us also the Burning Blade. We got the one in the chamber. And yeah, in the mid lane with the Sylvanas pressure. Hello, team! Inting for Ruby. They gotta bring this back. X-Ray jumps in for the interrupt. Nice! But that costs him his life. So, nice int, X-Ray. Nice int. Congratulations. Well done. And because it was so beautiful, we're gonna look at it again. X-Ray jumps in for an interrupt against Deckard Cain. Then he sees Garrosh. He's like, oh shit. And, well, he's dead. Easy kill. Pulled an X-Ray right in front of us. So we now learned that X-Ray doesn't have X-Ray vision. Yeah, no X-Ray vision for him, or he would have known what's on the other side of that gate. So he thought that was a smart move, and he quickly learned differently. Level 7 gives us the Cube Mastery. And of course, there's still an advantage for the Flipping Mafia. Up at the top, we currently have, as you can tell, 2 kills to 1, 9.5, so they're likely going to lock in the second seed, and there it is. That brings them closer to the Garden Terror. And level 10 is only half a level away. I am still scared, because that is not going to be easy. But there's a jet propulsion, and player killer number 1 is on the run! And Nanopi dies. They wanted Nova, and they got Nova. Nova. Full on Enders game here. We also got the Blade Storm in. And yeah, no ults outside of that yet. I still want to have the Precision Strike over here. Give me that Precision Strike together with Malfurion and a Nubarak engage, and then just full on coordination for an isolated kill. I want to see old school. In an ideal world, what would be... There it is. Precision Strike is in. In an ideal world, what I want to see at some point in a game, honestly, is old school style. Alpha style. Yeah! Ugh! I want to see the Birdie Falstad with the Shock and Awe, the Hinterland Blast, Judgment Material, and Precision Strike Nova. If that comes through in one of the qualifiers for Meta Madness, that would be such a win. We need to see that. That is old school beta style. Tyrael, Judgment, and then the two of them just overlapping the laser beams, going full Ghostbusters on them and taking them down. That's the one that you want to go for. Anyways, now that we are still here, active on the map, we have that lead in experience, obviously, for Flipping Mafia, but it's only a small one, half level. It's more so a structural question, because Farlander is still starting to murder them here. And X-Ray, I mean, he's just simply sitting around and guarding him a bit, so that Baby Houdini doesn't make that play. Now that there's season coming, X-Ray is going to move out, dodges out on this, helps Farlander to escape, and they nearly drop the fort in the mid lane. And of course, there's another seat now up on the map, so there's plenty of opportunities to not only get some Garden Terror. Nobody's even interrupting, they're giving up for free. And there's the Garden Terror. So it seems like Inting for Ruby is a little bit helpless at this point. They're kind of overwhelmed here, and I don't even blame them, because they need to deal with not only this 4-man that is roaming, but also Samuro that is doing some serious damage. The root is on the ground. There's another stun coming, but the save is there. It doesn't change the fact that the fort is now going to get murdered. And of course the same is going to happen at the bottom of the map. That fort is gone too. And we are talking keep now at the top. Yeah, had nearly died on Falstad, so that was another problem. If Nova would have reacted a little bit quicker and seen that, then maybe she could have even killed her with the precision strike. So the top keep is in trouble. The mid keep is getting attacked too, or at least the wall opened up. And at the bottom, they take this one down easily. And they're just with Sylvanas moving into the bottom gate to drop this one as well. So they are all over the place right now. They got a level 13 talent, of course. Double tap is in. There's a precision strike, more for a zone than anything else. And can they get the kill? Yes, they can. That little Obama moment as they are pressuring through the gate. They drop Gyrosh. The top keep is still suffering some damage. Counter kill attempt, but Malfurion with the heals. And Falstad is going to die. The birdie is dead. He's not going to get away from this one. Nope, the birdie is down. Falstad is dead, and they're going to go for another kill. They are dropping Blaze. Baby Houdini is biting the dust. And as Samuro is already attacking the top side keep, the rest of the team is at the bottom and is more or less killing the rest of them too. Mind Talk down. Yeah, Li Ming is dead. The fish is on the run. Nox, the old man, he's socially distancing right now. He's in a high-risk group. But that also means that they have nobody to defend the keep, and they are losing both. They're losing the one at the bottom, they're losing the one at the top. Both of the keeps are down. Not a single fort has been scratched on the side of the Flipping Mafia. They're just playing this one too well. They want to go to Meta Madness, and they're doing everything that they can to run that advantage. 2.5 level lead for them now, 6 kills to 2. 15.5, closing in on level 16 talents. And the Cannoneer on level 13 for Li Ming. Yeah, not as bad as it could have been. He still loves that talent. And not going for Illusionists is kind of a problem in my opinion. But yeah. Yeah, Nova definitely OP. 22,000 damage for Sylvanas, 20,000 for player killer number 1. Not quite top damage in the game just yet, but give her a little bit of time. Give her a little time. There we go. Pew, pew, pew. Come on. Come on, baby. You can do it. A little bit more damage. Yes! There she is. There she is. Top hero damage in the game. Yeah, that's also a nice spot, but she still might die. Can she get it? She got the kill. Nice. Okay, she died too, but who cares, right? Who cares about that? All right. You know what? That was good. We're going to take a look at that again. Yeah, they still take Garrosh down here, but look at it. Blaze! He thought he could kill her! No, 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 no. You go up against Nova at your own personal risk. So there's the kill. Nicely done. The big plays. But yeah, now they're going to make the big play for the core. 16, 17, 8 kills, 2-3. 30,000 damage for Sylvanas. And there's the crippling shot on the 16 now. But the core is under so much pressure. Now, they're trying for Malfurion, and if they get Shamzik down, oh, they kill an Uberak. Nice. X-Ray dead, and that gives them an opportunity. Sylvanas nearly taking Li Ming down. But Bishops is gonna die. Yeah, Bishops is gonna die. But then again, while Li Ming gets murdered by Nova, rightfully so, we still have that big push in the middle. And Samuro, yeah, he's just a pain in the ass. Samuro is gonna cancel them down now. Yeah, he's gonna be all over the map. it's 11 minutes into the game. That's one of the things that you really have to keep in mind here. So those catapults don't really do a whole lot of damage yet. And they're already a big problem. Can you imagine what Simuro can do when he pushes these lanes out further once we're hitting 15, 16, maybe 20 minutes? Catapults are going to crush everything. There's no structure standing outside of that fountain here at the side for the blue team any longer. So they have zero map control. They have no control whatsoever. There's catapults on their core, there's minions on their core. They gotta defend the lanes time and time again, which opens up more options for the Flipping Mafia on the rest of the map as they are taking those camps, pushing them in a little bit further. It's it's continuous pressure. A little bit more pressure and the blue team is going to turn into a Ruby themselves. This is, yeah, another seed that's about to be taken. I don't think that's going to play a role, considering that it's the first one in that rotation. So they would need 2 more for more Garden Terrors. But yeah, they're already brawling it out at the bottom here. Player killer number 1, where's the damage? Ah, Sylvanas is taking over. The War Chief is just a bit stronger here. Oh, but there's the hit. And the kill against Malfurion. Yeah, they gotta be careful that they don't YOLO this one too hard. That's 2 down. That's Sylvanas and Malfurion both eliminated. Now, they're still pressuring the lanes as they should, so it's tough for Inting for Ruby to move away from their defensive position around the core. But then again, if you meme that a little bit too much, then experience is gonna be there, and maybe there's a comeback in the stars for them. Thank you for the help. Great assist. Nova's helping out to shoot the Siege Giants down here. And Farlander is still sitting outside. Look at the siege damage on his part. 109,000. And he is escorting the next catapult in again. Even taking the side walls down, by the way, might be worth it at this point. They have nearly level 20 now. It's nearly level 20. Down here, they're trying to steal everything away. Samura is doing his thing. Anubarak is also going to go for a couple of camps. And there's even the fly-in. Damn, they really, really want to take this now, don't they? But level 20 is available. And with Storm Talons, first of all, we got the Rewind. Rewind on both Anubarak and on our girl. And we got the Wind Striker. Alright, Anubarak is dead. These isolated kills, they start to hurt. But what the blue team really needs to do if they want to start a comeback is they need to take structures down. It's the only way how you come back into this game. You need to take some of these forts down. Because if you don't, as the games continue, these catapults scale and they hurt. They will push the lanes back, they will push for core. That is inevitable. And at the same time, you gotta deal with that shitbird over here. So that is a bit tricky. Down here, they're trying to go for the next seed. 2 of them are moving in. They know fully well that they're there. There's a bit of a defense happening, and we got at least 1 that can help out, and that's Falstead because of the global. But look at the old man. The old man is currently getting crushed here. And Deckard Cain, they flip him out, but he's still trying to escape, and he gets moonfired by Malfurion. So he's already dead. Falstead is still defending, and the rest of them is fighting. There's the Tranquility. They keep Bishops alive, at least for now. Mindtalk was looking for the kill, couldn't find it. And that's the end of Garrosh. Garrosh is gonna die. Garrosh dies. Can they get more? Catapults are moving into the core as we speak already through the mid lane. Bishops, nicely done by Falstead. Good kill. Good kill, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. They try to go for Baby Houdini. He gets away. What about the birdie? Falstead gets rooted, and he's dead. And Mindtalk, he is getting 1 kill, but he needs more than that. And thanks to Samuro, it's not happening. So now they drop also Blaze, and that is of course lights out. Full 5-man team wipe as they make a play for core and game. Game, set, and match. The Mafia, they take the first qualifier. They win here in the Grand Final with a 2-0 Meta Madness qualifier number 1. Nova with a 100% win rate, of course. And that is it. Nicely done. Awesome stuff. Great first qualifier. Looking forward to the second one, of course. And congratulations to the Flipping Mafia for the 2-0 victory over Inting for Ruby. GG.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.